Covering? You said.
It is covering, but I don't know if it will impact.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva, Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat, Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hiranyagarbhadarabdham Sheshavyasadimadhyamam Swami Shri Rama Padantam Vande Guru Param Akandamandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Rest your mind, a mental relaxation, and smooth and even breath rhythm. So as to establish breath awareness for the next 1 minute. And now, filling your mind with Guru's presence by way of your Diksha mantra, your personal mantra, for the next 1 minute. Now catch hold of that wave of the Guru's presence and follow that mind wave to stillness and silence for the next 1 minute. Maintain that inner stillness and thereby establish the fertile ground for receiving the mantra by way of the Guru's grace, by way of the diksha of the lineage. So as to resolve in your mind, set the sankalpa, tan me mana, Shiva sankalpamastu, that resolve, that steadfast, Shiva-like resolve, that I will receive this gift, and thereby, for the pleasure of the Guru, Guru Pritamartam, Moksha Sadhane Viniyogaha, and for the purpose of moksha, may my sadhana be fruitful. At other times, you may have temporary intentions where the mantra becomes a prayer for others or prayer for yourself in certain situations or a prayer in certain emotional conditions where the mantra will be there for you. Then at some time, simply again offer the fruits of the meditation of the mantra japa, Guru Pritamartam, for the pleasure of the Guru. Now we will go through the stages of mantra by way of Shravana, listening. I will speak the words of the mantra. You will then recite the mantra aloud, Vaikari stage of mantra, where the oral engagement is the spoken words of the mantra. Then we will still the tongue. Simply let the vibration remain in the oral cavity. And then we'll relax the oral cavity so as to only recite in the mind, mental japa, the manana stage. In this way, the japa will continue for a short period of time so as to plant the seed in the mind, becoming a samskara, an experience, an impression in that mind field. So as to, with that intention, resolve to nurture that seed, grow that plant, receive the fruits, and with that sentiment, offer the fruits. In your mind now, you will say the mantras as I say it out loud, and then I will lead you in the oral recitation. Om Namo Bhavate Vasudevaya. Again. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Again. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Now the next three recitations along with me as a group. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Now close the lips and only move the tongue as we again say the three recitations of the mantra. I will say it out loud, but you will only move the tongue as if saying it without speaking it. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Now with lips sealed and tongue stilled, yet sense the oral expression still in the oral cavity. I will again repeat out loud, but you will maintain only that vibration in the throat region. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. As you proceed to subtler and subtler stages of the japa, no longer speaking, no longer reciting in the mouth by way of the oral cavity or tongue. Now observe that mantra as the words said in the mind. I will say it out loud, and you will say it in your mind along with me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Continue in this mantra japa, the mental recitation of your mantra, the Vasudeva mantra, for the next 1 minute, in the mind alone. Mantra japa, the mental recitation of the mantra. And now, in the next stage, it becomes more of a mind wave, and thereby you begin to observe that wave, each mind wave, the mantra thought. And in this way, the frequency comes forward to a higher frequency. I will recite in such a manner, but you do so in the mind. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Follow the mind wave. Remain the observer. In the next stage, after some time with multiple japa, they'll create a groove in the mind, not only the samskara of that mantra experience, but a groove called a vasana, and thereby you begin to hear the mantra, no longer speaking the mantra as words in the mind, inaudibly, no longer simply watching the mind wave, mantra, 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 coming forward again and again. The next stage of listening to that inner echo, as if the voice has a vibration, carries a feeling of presence. For the next 1 minute, simply dive deep into that mantra's presence. And in the next stage, upon many more stages of the japa that has now become a japa, there is a bursting forth, a pulse, as if a lightning-like streak flashes, and thereby no longer saying the mantra in the mind as words, no longer thinking the mantra as a thought, no longer listening to the mantra spoken inaudibly in the mind, where the presence now is so refined so as to simply burst forward as a ray of light, like a lightning across the sky of consciousness. Each mantra, all the words of the mantra as one, bursting forth as a beam of light. Where even now this impulse has a source. The mantra is now guiding the mind back to that still and silent source, where the Shakti remains unmanifest. The entire intention of Icha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, and Kriya Shakti have not emerged from the Bindu. Return to the Bindu and rest in that still point, in that silent source. So as to observe yourself, the very being that you are, unconditioned, no form, resting in the stillness of consciousness as the very being that you are. You and the mantra are one. The oneness of that universal consciousness, Tat, that thou art. Where the consciousness of being, now the consciousness of becoming, to return to that consciousness of your personality. Once again, the Bindu bursts forth and the Shaktis carry that illumination and vibration across the sky of consciousness so as to be received by the Buddhi as that reflective nature, reminding you of the Atman that you are, yet now veiled in the ignorance of personality. A personality that now is a mentation, a thinking process, a feeling of depths, dimensions, that of identity to that. And thus, once again, one comes back to the body, sitting still and steady, having carried the personality of that, the consciousness of that personality, now once again to the place you are seated. You the body, you the breathing being, you the mental body. Each personality of this nature of identity carries the vibrations of mantra, where you can mentally recite the mantra in the heart center. Mentally recite the mantra in the mind cave, the Ajna chakra. And refining your japa to the ajapa japa, carrying the feeling of presence wherever you are, whatever you are doing. Where throughout the day that guiding light, that inner voice remains. And in your deep meditations, the mantra pulls the entire mind back to that inner stillness and silence. Where only the Shakti forces remain by way of letting go of all efforts, merging the Kriya Shakti, merging all intention by Icha Shakti, so as to simply rest in the prajna, the internal wisdom, that you are ever wise, ever pure, and ever free by the very nature of your being. Once again, become that breathing being, thinking the mantra along with your breath, where the prana stream, the breath stream, the mind and the mantra all flow as a single stream of awareness. Keeping the mantra in the mind as you gently lift the hands to your face and making the transition. Then gently release your posture, massage your legs, yet remember the mantra. In this way, the remembrance of a word is your seva. I must serve others. I must give away this or that. That is my seva. I must serve in this way or that way. That is my seva. The very mantra in your mind is your seva. Because it is the source by which you experience love, unconditioned love, because it takes you back to that source that is the pure love. Beyond the personalities of I am this and I am that and I do this and I'm called this. Love is one. And as we said earlier, we start with that oneness as love. So tonight you've received that gift, the gift of a loving God, a loving Guru, a loving samskara, that other events in your life have led you here. The momentum of your entire life has brought you to this moment, to take this next step, to appreciate that next subtle gift by that mother of all, the destiny, who has given you life, who has given you the opportunity to remember. So if I say, Michael, he waters me, that's not his name. Now his name is that. So we replace these temporary identities as the name that we carry secretly, secretly, secretly. You'll go home, people will say, what did you do in India? Oh, we did this meditation and we received these mantras. Shh. Don't waste the energy. Absorb it. And know that it is your soul calling you as you recite Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Now, of course, when you get back to your cottage, you'll take out your computer or your smartphone and you'll Google Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Don't worry, I already did it. Just to see what kind of stuff is going to be given for this beautiful mantra. And there's those that are playing the guitar, Om Namo Bhagavate. There's chanting, there's song, there's dancing. Because the essence of the mantra is a sweetness. And so the rasa of that sweetness can be filtered through any part of your personality. So it'll come out your mouth as a song. It'll move through your body and you become a dance. So there's these outward expressions of that most beautiful, succinct Bhagavate, the sweetness. It's also called Sugantam, as in the Mrityunjaya. The sweetness of that melon that drops from the vine, representing the final breath, or representing the final strand of identity, and thereby you are free. Because remember, moksha sadhane viniyogaha, that is the manner by which we practice. So by way of this beautiful mantra, Om, the primary universal sound principle, the primordial vibration of consciousness, the mother of all mantras, Om, the three syllables representing the waking, the dreaming, and the sleeping states of consciousness. Or the three bodies, the gross, subtle, and the most subtle, causal body. Also in that of the M vibration, the fourth state of consciousness, the finest body of the mantra that is formless, soundless, and indefinable. Thus, the Om mantra is a very powerful and essential mantric aspect that's actually part of all the Diksha mantras that you have, whether you actually recite it or not. Om, this eternal sound and vibration. Namo, it is similar to the sentiment of Namaha. So many of your mantras, you have the Namaha, so you're familiar with the not mine. It is the same gesture that we use when we bring our hands before our heart, bowing our heads, and in Namaste, saluting the divinity that is within you to be that divinity by which we are now communicating, connecting, and thus surrendering the me, mine, and I only framework of a communication. Swami Rama has said about Namaha, it is a sentiment, an intention by way of a sentiment that you are thinking, O great kind Lord, accept my self-surrender. O great kind Lord, accept my surrender. Now, it's not saying surrender to your spouse, but when you see the Lord within, or that naughty child, you see also the Lord within. Namaha, not me and not mine. And it embraces the three Shaktis I have mentioned, the Icha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, and Kriya Shakti, all in one when you make that surrender, that force comes forward through you, purifying your intention, providing the knowledge that gives you the appropriate words, in the appropriate measure, in a pleasant and truthful way. For the knowledge is coming forward through that Shakti force. That which is then expressed, that which is then done as an action, Kriya Shakti, is all represented in the Namaste, or the Namo in this mantra. Namo. As I said, the most beautiful aspect of the sweetness is in the word Bhavate. Bhavate, the fragrance, the sweetness, as the prajna, as the pure knowledge, as the motherly love, as the moksha, as given by that unknown source. Bhagavat is the one who has something to share. Bhagavat is a word given to one who has something to share. So it's usually associated with God or the Lord, Bhagat. It is one of the general names for God. And here, Bhagavate, it's in the dative form, in the dative case of language, dative case, to the Lord, for the Lord. Now, if you are surrendering, and Bhagavate in Namo, and Bhagavate is for the Lord, to the Lord, what are you surrendering? So that is something to contemplate. Nididhyasana. You have heard, you have thought, and now contemplate. Very often the word is used in reference to the Vishnu Lord, as in the Krishna form. So it has a particular association with Krishna that Rabindra will speak to tomorrow when you hear his talk about the mantra. Also in the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad is that, again, the song of that Bhagavate, Bhagavat, the Krishna form of the Lord, giving the rendition of an inner voice to Arjuna as he contemplates the entire spectrum of a battle that has only manifest from within, that he must fight outwardly. So the Sanskrit translation of Lord is also then used with other associations in the Christian liturgies. When the word Lord is used, it is the same sentiments of for the Lord, to the Lord. Let me offer the prayer. Let me offer this intention. And now we come to Vasudevaya. Now you'll see on the shawls written in the Devanagari that there's two long A's, Va and Devayaya. So the long principle of the vowel is the feminine form. So it carries that sweetness also in the nature of the feminine in this manner. Vasu means indwelling, and Deva means Lord. The indwelling Lord that makes things fragrant from within. You're not putting on the cologne and the deodorants and the hair sprays. You're saying, please come forward as you're doing your japa. Let that sweetness fill my heart. Let that fragrance no longer be just through our nostrils, but filling my entire mind with a sweetness. Now, Vasu Deva principle has a very practical meaning also. And I'll speak to the reason of this shortly. The Vasu Deva principle is embracing non-harming and non-violence. Vasudeva principle carries empathy and compassion. The Vasudeva principle creates an attitude of seeking mutual understanding. Therefore, the grace of God on all levels, physical, mental, and spiritual. You say, well, mentally, how would I use it for my moods? Sometimes there's depression. Sometimes I come out of the depression, but there's so much stored up that I just burst out in anger. So, will this mantra help me? Yes, on the physical, mental, and spiritual levels. It can help you out of these moods of anger and rage. It can help those that are experiencing depressions. But please don't go around giving the mantra, calling yourself a healing doctor. Okay, please. To free yourself from the mental disturbances will make the mind more resourceful, more powerful, and more strong as you absorb the mantra. Hundreds of times, thousands of times. You've got 3 years, so I figure that 1,000,000 is no problem. Right? Now, the Vasudeva is in the possessive form because you need to own it, as the saying goes. When you own it, you're attached. When you're attached, then you take care. Take care of this mantra because you own it. Actually, it owns you. So you've been simply receiving those gifts from the mantra, and then you can identify with them. The va of the Vasu is the indwelling in the simple va, as in Vishnu also va. The a, as a long a, as its feminine nature, is also associated with the pure Atman, the expanding consciousness that arises from within, and then it spreads to the consciousness, to the awareness of all levels. Thus, Vishnu, as the transcendent, pervading deity that we spoke about, yes, we've identified with understanding God as the transcendent being, and all the manifestation is that God, is that Lord. But now it is distinct to have an inward facing, an immanent God, an immanent Lord that will transform from within. Some are a little resistant. I'm okay the way I am. Fine. But there'll be times in your life, in your relationships, in your situations, at work, at home, in other parts of your country, where something will come back to you that said, I need that strength now. I have to bring forward this power of transformation so that if not now, there will be a time. So you have it kind of with you. And in that way, You can choose to engage in it fully now and begin to plant that samskara, each recitation, the samskara that builds that groove, and it becomes the habit of the mind to go to that mantra. And some are saying, well, what about my personal mantra? What to do? If you're telling me to fall in love with this mantra and to do this mantra all the time, I think my Diksha mantra is going to feel lonely. No, your Diksha mantra, your primary mantra, your Guru mantra, your personal mantra, any name you want to give it, that is primary. So that at the last breath, that will be your thought. So keep it there. Keep it there. Keep it as the prominent japa of your meditation, and add a little of the Vasu Deva mantra for a few malas of that. You don't believe that? In our lectures, one time Swami Rama said the same thing. You have to integrate that into the very fabric of your being, your Diksha mantra, your personal mantra. And then he gave an example. He said, there was a holy man that was called Gandhi. And Gandhi had his personal mantra given to him by his guru. And he was very faithful in his mantra recitations, mantra japa, ajapa japa. Of course, he studied the scriptures, as you know. He's written wonderful books on all various scriptures, especially the Bhagavad Gita that he treasured as his map for life. So it came to happen that at the time that the bullet entered his body, what would any of us say? Ouch, or ooh, or even a cuss word. He only said Ram. It came out of his mouth even, Ram, 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 as he fell to the ground. Such an intensity of a mantra that even at the last breath, even in a condition of such shock, that he remembered that mantra. And you are the same. Gandhi had bones and skin as you do. Gandhi walked the earth as you do. Maybe he didn't eat as much as you do, but he enjoyed his food, no doubt. But he lived life with a purpose. And what gave him that power was the spiritual components of his life, of which mantra was there as a companion and friend. There'll be opportunities to ask other questions for the mantra itself or for the practice of the japa of the mantra. I'd like to simply now mention that this will start a 24-hour period of what we call the ajapa, or the akhanda japa. Akhanda means unbroken. Now please, let me soften this a bit, but then add some more weight. The soft part is that, you know how sometimes a lot of rain will fall and the earth can't absorb it, and so it kind of pools. I see your minds pooling, meaning that there's been so much different than your normal lifestyle. So much inspiration, so much meditation, so much emphasis on the inner journey that it can't absorb. I am seeing it, but please, I need to add a little more rain to that pool for the next 24 hours. Please honor this opportunity. You see on the schedule, oh, I think I'll run into town during this day because there's nothing happening. This will be the climax of the whole retreat, this 24 hours. You say, well, no one's talking, what to do? Japa, japa, japa. Whether you're sitting in this room, in your cottage, lying in your bed, in the dining room, silence. Silence and mental recitation of the japa will be your companions, that you'll reach the climax in such a way that you don't care if it spills over. You just know that that abundance will always be with you because you have that mantra and your spiritual life truly, truly, truly emphasize for yourself. The finale of the evening will be the shawling, which is releasing the shawl of the mantra on you so that you feel you'll see its beauty and feel its strength, okay? So the shawl and also your japa mala. This is the small one of 27 beads, so 4 times around makes a full mala. But it's very handy because you can use it wherever you are, put it in a pocket, in a purse, in a bag. Mostly in the hand would be fine. So for the next 24 hours, sleep with it, wake with it, eat with it. You can use the other hand if you need to do this. Did you ever hear the story about heaven and hell? No? A short commercial break. There was a Swami, and he was always, as Swamis are, asking questions. So he went to the Lord. He says, Lord, I'm hearing that after I drop this body, I'll go to a heaven or a hell. Can you tell me what they are? So the Lord says, welcome, Swami. Very much so. I'll share, but only for a few moments because it's a secret. So the Swami is all excited, and the Lord brings him along, comes to a room, opens up the door. Wow, all these feeble, famished, starving people in there. But he looks, he sees there's a huge table full of food, this big kettle of soup and all the fruits and vegetables. Yet all these people are sitting there looking so famished. So he was surprised, whoa, this really is hell. The Lord closes the door. Now come with me. He opens the next door. Again, he sees people, this time happy, joyful, plump, fully engaging in the sense that the same food was there. But here, because they had strapped to their hands these spoons, where they could hardly put the spoon into the soup, but then they never could get it to their mouth. This was in both heaven and hell. But the people in heaven figured out, well, I can feed you, and I can feed you. Oh, thank you, you can feed me. So because they weren't able to feed themselves, they could still feed others. And Lord says, Swami, that's heaven. Goodbye. So in the sense that this power of giving is one of having the strength and the knowledge of how to give, what to give, when to give. And you will not be depleted by giving of yourself to others when you continue to nurture on a deeper level those aspects of your personality that the Spirit enriches and nourishes. Sorry.
Just keep the malas.
Okay. You can start having someone organize the group so you come. Okay. Don't waste your time. Mala means japa. Japa means in the mind. Don't waste your time. Use the time. Mantra, mantra, mantra. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Please continue while we are then providing the shawl and the mala for each of you. Mhm.
Yes, we can call the kids who are here.
Oh yeah, there's bedtime for, not you, the kids. Please come forward. Children,
We have Jim, Shashwat, Aurelio, Ananya.
come. Quickly, the adults are falling asleep, not you. Okay. Okay. Namaste. Thank you for coming. No. Huh? Oh, okay. Come.
Shashwat, Jim, Shashwat.
You see the power of motherly love. Does this work? Jim? Namaste. With a mala for him or no?
Yes.
Jim too?
Jim.
Oh. Hmm. Mala too? Hmm? Oh. You want to sit here? Come, get people organized. Come on. Come on, get in the line. Come on, come on. Acha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Shankara. Get a line started so that people are coming. Come on. Yeah, queue. That's what it's called. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 You stand here. You stand here and give me these. You give me these. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Take these off.
I guess so.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate. Om Namo Bhagavate.
because we're both scared. We don't want
Dashratakaivaithi Durangamam Jyotisham Jyotirekam Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu Yena Brahmanya Paso Manishino Yajete Manti Vidate Sudhiraha Yadapurvam Yashamanta Prajana Tanne Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu Yajananukacheto Dritishaya Jyotiravajasu Yasmanarite Kinchana Karma Kriyate Tanne Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu Ye Vedam Bhutam Bhuvanam Avishaparigrhitam Amritena sarvam Yena Yajastayate Saptahota Tamme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu Yasmin Vrishyasamaya Jolpumsi Yasmin Pradishitaraha Yasmin Chittavum Sarvamotam Rajanam Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu Sarveshwani Vayanamshane Niyate Rishu Virvachina Iva Vipratishtam Yagajiram Javishtam Tanne Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu Shanti 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 Kushalaspam Nitumapi Daritanam Chitta Manipuralika Janma Jaladam Vimagnanam Dansta Murarituvarahasya Bhavati Suhasindromante Suravigativati Parivrite Manigripe Nipo Pavanavati Chinta Manigrihe Shivakare Manche Parama Shiva Paryanga Nilaya Vajanti Tvantanya Katichana Chidananda Lahari Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Yambakam yajamare sunamnim pushtivarvanam urvarukamiva vandanam mrityom shishyamanvinam Om Yambakam yajamare sunamnim pushtivarvanam urvarukamiva vandanam mrityom shishyamanvinam Om Yambakam yajamare sunamnim pushtivarvanam urvarukamiva vandanam mrityom shishyamanvinam Om Shanti Shanti Shanti
Namaste everyone. As you all know, we will now begin our 24 hours of Aham Japa with the new mantra, beginning now until tomorrow night. Tomorrow, as Thursday, being Thursday, we will also have a silent day for everyone. We will also begin our practice, the Sangha Mantra practice collectively tomorrow along with our Yajna, beginning tomorrow morning. So we will have no other sessions here except our silence practice and our japa practice. Those of you who would like to sit for the Aham Japa, there is a sign-up sheet outside. You can sign up for as many sessions as you would like. You can also sit without signing up. So it's nice if we know that somebody is sitting at night. So those who want to sit during the night tonight, please do sign up. And before we close for tonight and sit for our japa, how about one group photo? In our beautiful yellow shorts. One group photo. We'll all come this way and gather around Swami.